So week 5 completed of my half marathon training for Berlin at the end of next month. So this week consisted of 3 easy runs, which one of them wasn't that easy, but we'll talk about that in a second. And then 2 interval sessions completed on the treadmill because I'm revamping my plan, which I'll talk about in a second. So during the week, I had 2 easier runs, 11k, and I think it was a 7.5 from the top of my head. But then the reason why I said about one was not as easy because it was a 20k run on Sunday. So almost a half marathon, just shy of a half marathon, but it's all good. Completed the distance. I think it was 1:48. Weren't really pushing myself too much, but you know, it was good to get those legs moving and seeing what I can do. So, and also managing the kind of after effects. So in terms of tiredness and soreness and seeing how that goes. I didn't use a foam roller. I just wanted to see and experiment how my body would recover. I feel fine now, and it's only a day since doing my run. So, you know, I feel good. I did feel a bit of soreness in the body, but it's all good. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about my treadmill run. So the reason why I've changed my interval sessions over to the treadmill is because Berlin is predominantly a flat race. So for me, doing intervals in my area, which is very hilly, is very difficult to get that to that certain pace and maintain it. Whereas on a track, if it is a windy day, it's a lot more difficult. I know it won't replicate the race conditions if I'm running on a treadmill, but it's just about getting that pace and solely focusing on that pace. So I am running on a treadmill in the gym. My gym does get really hot. It's not the most comfortable, but it's something to do, and I'm still getting the runs in. It just means that my Strava, it doesn't actually show a map or anything because it's just on a treadmill, but it's all good. We get it done and we keep progressing in the right direction. So enough about Berlin. Let's actually get back to talking about running. So in the next week, if I remember correctly, I have a 22k run, which will be on Sunday to replicate race day, right? And I know what you're probably thinking, it is more than a half marathon, but it's all cool because it's just part of my plan. I believe the week after is going to be 24k, and that's going to have some sessions in there that I'll be able to run at half marathon pace. So the 22k is going to be similar to the 20k that I've just done, which is designed to run at a comfortable pace. So nothing too taxing, nothing too quickly, just going through the motions. With those, I'll be testing out when to take the gels, see if there's any optimum time and place I should be taking them. But I'm looking forward to the next couple of weeks. The 24k run, I'll actually be in London that weekend. So there's a spot that I like to run around, which is Regent's Park, which is bang central London. And I can just do loops around the park. So, and my hotel is going to be just there. So it just makes it a lot easier. So the interval sessions are going to ramp up. Some of them, I believe, are going to be like 11k and 13k intervals. So as you can imagine, some of those distances will be quite difficult. Some are, I believe, they've all got a warm up. So it's normally between 1.5 to 2.5k, something between those for most warm ups. And then I believe there's one where I have to do 2k at a certain pace and a 2k and then another 2k kind of progressive run. And then there's one where I have to do a mile, so 1.6k. They put it, it's about 1.6k per mile. But I'll be doing that at a certain time, and then I'll be having a rest after that. I think there's 5 intervals of that in one run. So really looking forward to the next couple of weeks and seeing what happens. But again, I'm waiting for that infamous deload week because I can't wait for it, to be honest. So this week's tip, just a small tip this week, is wearing something on your head. May sounds peculiar about me just saying that, but there was something that someone said to me at the gym. So a gentleman called Carl, who no longer goes to the same gym as me, but he mentioned he wasn't much of an avid runner, but he said to me about using energy to wipe away sweat from your face. And he said, well, you're running, that must become a bit of a hindrance and a bit of an annoyance to keep doing that. And I said, that's actually a good point. So when I do my long runnings, I wear a hat or wear a bandana kind of thing, because I think I'm like Roger Federer or Rafael Nadal kind of look, and it just removes the sweat from going down into your eyes, and like you keep rubbing, and eliminates the possibility of any kind of salt going into your eye, because of course if you sweat, when you sweat, it just hasn't got water only in there. There is a bit of salt and some other things in there. So it's just about keeping your face clear as possible. So yeah, that's my tip for this week. Don't know if it'll be any use for you, but I tend to do it on my long runs, and it works well, because for example on the run that I did on Sunday, I just had some marks on my face, but I didn't have any coming towards my eye, and it's great. So removing that headache and that irritation away is just a little tip, but it can help during long runs and race day, or any other runs that you want to do it. There's no restriction on the runs that you can do it on. So just want to say thanks again for listening, tuning into the channel. I appreciate the support and the love. And again, if there's anything you want me to go through, please let me know. Drop any comments down below and I'll have a look and check out, and hopefully help you guys with your running. So speak to you next week. Have a great week. Take care of yourselves.